Yeah. So in this demonstration, we'll be talking about Python functions. Okay. So when you say a function is a compartment which performs a particular task. So if you take a big tasks, if you take a complex tasks, those complex tasks can be divided into various simpler tasks, and every simpler task can be accomplished using a function. The function, if you look at the function, the advantage is it saves the space. Because the repeated codes can be written as a function and it can be called any number of times. That's the advantage of function. Okay, so I can have a huge problem where various kind of different kinds of calculations are there, and these calculations are getting repeated with different values. Okay, in this case, instead of repeating the code at various places, I can write as a single function and pass parameters, okay, or arguments from the calling point. So the parameters receive those arguments, and then they apply the value parameters, the arguments which are supplied inside the function, and returns a value. Okay, so this way, we save the space, okay, and then the effort also, so which we need to repeatedly do. Okay, so if you write a single function, that single function can accept different kind of data, different values, and then it can accomplish the task at various points of time. Okay, so that is the use of functions. Now let us get into our Jupyter notebook. So how do I write function? First of all, you can see functions with default parameters. So let me say def. So a function starts with the def. Basically, it's a definition, and I'll say def, and I'll say okay. The function name can be anything. I can just show details, and normally the functions will be like this. For example, I'll just say name, comma age, comma okay, age and address. Okay, this is a normal function. I can just say print. I can just say f. Okay, formatted text. I can just say name. Okay, is of age. Okay, and lives in address. Okay, it's formatted text actually. So you can combine string and variable using the f formatted string. Okay, now what happens if I just call this show details, I'll call I had pass three parameters. So I say rom, comma of age 19. Okay, and he lives in Delhi. Okay, so just see the output. Rom is of age 19 and lives in Delhi. Okay, fine. And I can change the value. Of course, I can just say 21. Okay, Rahim, and I can say Mumbai. You can see Rahim is of age 21, lives in Mumbai. So here it expects three parameters. Okay, and we need to pass three arguments. See, normally within the function we call them as parameters, name, age, and address, and at the calling point, we call them as arguments. Fine. So Rahim matches to name, 21 matches to age, and Mumbai matches to address. Fine. Now, suppose I don't want to pass all three values because many of my students are from Delhi, for example. In that case, I can go for default parameters. So what can I do? I can say address is equal to. Okay, so this is the basic structure. I'll just copy this. Control C. Okay, I'll just say V. Control V. Fine. Now what I can do, I can just say address is equal to Delhi. Okay, Delhi. So many of my students are from Delhi. Okay, in that case, what I can do, okay, I can just say, see, if the address changes to Mumbai, then you can pass it. For example, see, I'll just say Manoj of age 22 is from Mumbai. So I'll get Manoj, whatever it is. Manoj is of age 22 and lives in Mumbai. Suppose, see, I don't want to pass Mumbai. That means, the candidate is from Delhi. Okay, so in that case, look at this. Manoj is of age 22 and lives in Delhi. Fine. So this is called default parameters. Default parameters. That means if the parameter, one of the parameters is not given value, it takes a default value of Delhi. Delhi. Fine. Now you can see here. I just say show details. Okay, I'll just say okay. I'll just say Vinay, age of 23, and is from Chennai. In this case, it will take Chennai because we are passing the third parameter. So you can just see here, Vinay is of age 23 and lives in Chennai. Okay, if you don't pass the third parameter for address, then it will take Delhi. That's called default parameter. Default parameter. Okay, fine. Now, I want the age also to be default. So in that case, I can just go here, age and 19. Okay, so if I pass age, then the age will be taken. If I don't pass, for example, you see, I just comment it. Okay, I'll just say, okay, Nupur, show details. Okay, I'll just say Nupur. That's it. Okay, so Nupur is the name. Okay, and age will be automatically taken as 19. Address is Delhi. Look at this. Nupur is of age 19 and lives in Delhi. Okay, suppose if I have to change the value, then I can change. I can just say 22 and lives in Kolkata. Kolkata. Okay, so Nupur is of age 22 and lives in Kolkata. Okay, so this is called default parameters. So when you say default parameters, even if you don't supply that argument, it will take by default whatever value you given, that will be taken. That will be taken. But the default argument always should start from right actually. See, for example, you cannot make this as default argument. See, for example, address. Okay, fine. So see, you cannot make the second parameter as a default argument. So it should start from right. So, okay, look at this. Address is equal to, I just say Delhi. Fine. Now I can just see Nupur is of age 22 and lives in Kolkata. Okay, because I given Kolkata. Suppose if I remove this Kolkata, Nupur will become Delhi. Okay, so this is called default parameters. Default parameters. Default parameters, even if you don't supply the parameter, it takes the value which you are given by default. Right? So this, I think, this is basic thing where we need to give all values, no other group. In cell 6, in cell 15, okay, we can pass, we can omit some of the parameters. Even if you say, for example, name also can be omitted. For example, name you can say, I'll just say, okay, some anonymous. Okay, I think it's anonymous. Suppose even if I don't give anything, I just say copy this, Control V. Okay, just say show details. Okay, just don't give any parameters. Look at this. But parenthesis is compulsory. Without parenthesis, this parenthesis is compulsory. So you see, anonymous is of page 19 and lives in Delhi. Right? So all three parameters are default parameters. Even if you don't give them, by default it takes anonymous, 19 and Delhi. Okay, but parenthesis is compulsory. What is parenthesis? This is called parenthesis. It's compulsory. Right? So this is the basic structure where you cannot omit any of the parameters. Okay, see this structure, you cannot omit any of the parameters. Suppose you see, I just don't give Mumbai. Let us see what happens. Okay, see it says show details missing one required positional argument address. So you cannot miss anything. If you want to miss something, okay, then you have to go for default parameters. Okay, the address equal to Delhi. Fine. So that's called default parameter. Fine. Hope this gives you some idea about default parameters. Then we'll go to functions returning multiple values. See, for example, how can you return multiple values from a function? Okay, so you can say I have a function. Let us call def my min max. Okay, min max, and I'm going to pass a list actually. My vals. Okay, so if I pass to my vals a list or tuple, whatever it is going to find the minimum and maximum. So what I'll do, I'll just say my max or my min comma my max is equal to, I'll just say min of my vals, comma uh, max of my vals, my vals, my vals. Okay. Then return. I'll return a two tuple. Two tuple means a tuple which is made up of two values, my min, comma my max. Okay, fine. So look at this, min underscore max of. Okay, so it should be printed. Okay, fine. So it should be printed. Max of, I just give value 10, comma, okay, 15, comma, 61, comma, 19, comma, 29. Fine. So you can just see here, some brackets are missing. See, 10 is the minimum. Look at this, 10 is the minimum, maximum is 65. Fine, I can change it to 100. Look at this. So 100 is the maximum, 15 is the minimum. So this is called a function which is returning multiple values. So this is unique feature of Python. Okay. So you see, I'm passing a list here. Of course, I can do with the tuple. I can do with the tuple. Okay. Fine. So look at this again. Same. So I'll just say 150. So you can see here, minimum is 19, maximum is 150. Okay, fine. So I can pass a tuple, I can pass a list. Okay, so by passing a list or tuple, I want to find multiple values. This may not be it's a min max. You can execute different calculations, and then the set of results, more than one result, can be returned as a tuple also. Here we have given two tuple. Of course, you can return multiple values, and those values can be printed, or it can be assigned to some other variables. At the calling point, you can return it the variables, and you can use it in the later part. Fine. So this is called a function returning multiple values. Fine. Hope this makes sense. Then if you take functions with arbitrary number of parameters. So what is arbitrary number of parameters? You can see here def. I can just say display. The function name is display. So I just say args, star args. It need not be args, can be anything, monkey, donkey, anything, doesn't matter. Okay, I just say I want to sum up whatever parameters which are given. First, let me display the parameters. Look at this, monkey. Okay, fine. I just say display. Okay, let's say 1, 2, 3, Raman, whatever it is. Look at this. Fine. See, look at this. It goes as a tuple, and we just display the tuple. That's all. 1, 2, 3, Raman. Okay. So this is called variable number of arguments. You see, the functions with arbitrary number of parameters. Here I can give, instead of Raman, I can just give 1, 2, 3. That's it. Look at this, 1, 2, 3. Right. Now I want to sum up all these values. What I can do, I can just say s equal to 0. Then I can just use for x in monkey. Okay, I'll just say s plus is equal to x and return yes. Okay, fine, return s, and I'll just say print display 1, 2, 3. That's it. So it'll sum up 1 plus 2 plus 3. Look at this. I got 6. Suppose if I say 20, got 20, 24, I'll get 24. Fine. So this is called variable number of arbitrary number of parameters. Variable number of parameters. Fine. Of course, when you do numerical calculations, you must make sure that all the parameters are of the same type. Okay. Suppose if you are not doing any numerical calculations, it is just for displaying purpose. Then you can just say for x in monkey, just print. Okay. Of course, I just take it. I just copy it. Control C. Just go down. Okay. Control V. So I can just see here. Now I just say star monkey. I'll just display it. I won't, for x in monkey, just print x. I don't return anything, so I just say display 1, 2, 3. That's it. Look at this 1, 20, 30. Suppose if I say, okay, now if I say comma, okay, Raman, comma, okay, Leela, you can see it all get displayed. All values are getting displayed. All values are getting displayed. Okay. So it depends on your usage actually. It depends on your usage. And normally, of course, we use functions for calculation purpose also. Of course, we will use. I'm just talking about how do you how the different ways of calling functions. But when we solve a problem, okay, again we will take up the same concept and we use different functions. We call different functions, get the results, and then display the final result. Okay, that's what we'll do. Fine. Then, so see arbitrary number of parameters, and of course, you see keyword KW arguments. That's called keyword arguments. So when I say keyword arguments, I can have something like this: def my function star star args. It may not be args. It can be donkey. It doesn't matter. Okay, star star args. What is star star args? Basically, this will be a kind of dictionary kind of entity. I'll just print args, and I'll say my function. I'll just say name. Okay, name. Fine. I'll just put this way. Name is equal to. I pass parameters of different values. I in fact should pass like this. Name is equal to Sethu. My age is equal to something like 18. Address. Sorry. Not single quotation. Address is equal to tangible. Okay, fine. Now look at this. See, now I'm just giving this called keyword parameters. Keyword parameters means I'm giving every parameter one key and value combination. One key and value combination. So name is Sethu, age is 18, address is tangible. Fine. Now you can see here this. I'm just displaying all the arguments. That's all. Now what I can do, I can change the order in any way I want. For example, instead of name Sethu from here, I can just say, I can put it here. Sorry, something happened. Name is equal to Ram. Okay, fine. So I see now age is the key, 18 is the value, address is the key, tangible is the value, name is the key, and Ram is the value. Fine. Now, of course, instead of printing it directly, what I can do, I can just say for x comma y in args dot items, because it's going to be a dictionary kind of thing. And just say print x comma y. Look at this. See age 18, address tangible, name Ram. Okay, so now I can extend it to any number of parameters. I can say mobile number. So you see mobile is equal to 986586382. Fine. So look at this. See, mobile number is this. So one thing is the keyword arguments are given as a combination of key and value pairs, and order is not a matter. And one more thing is it can be in any order. It can be in any order. See, age can be first or name can be first. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's called keyword arguments. But they will always be in key and value combination. And key should be like this: age, value, key, comma. They should be separated by comma. Fine. Address equal to tangible. Fine. Of course, again we can extend it in such a way. I can combine. The arbitrary number of arguments with keyword arguments. For example, you see star arg. Star arg. I can just say print arg. So in this case, these are all keyword arguments, and arg will be your arbitrary number of arguments. So let us say 10, 20, 30. So look at this. Now if I run it now, see 10, 20, 30 comes as a list, and then this age, address, name, mobile, everything they come as what? Keyword arguments. Fine. So I think hope this session was useful in completing, the default parameters, then returning multiple values from functions, then functions with orbit number of parameters, then functions with keyword parameters. Okay. Then recursive function we will have in a separate session, because we'll be solving 2-3 problems over there. That itself will take some 15 minutes of time. Okay. Hope this session was useful. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you.